I believe that the government sold us a bill of goods when we were growing up and we were younger. And in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, they taught us that we have to achieve the American dream. The American dream was taught so much growing up to me. And like, you have these things, they put a vision in your head and then you try to achieve that vision. And as time progresses, you realize that vision or that dream becomes unreachable and unattainable. It's so interesting that our generation was the generation that missed out on what it was like to live the American dream. And what I mean by the American dream is you go to college, you get a degree, you finally get to get a good job. College isn't that expensive, so debt isn't that crazy. The cost of living wasn't that crazy. Once you get a job, you can buy a house because the housing market wasn't that crazy. Economy wasn't that crazy. Inflation was not a thing. But then that's all that they teach us. They don't teach us any other ways. But then when we get older, they change the whole entire system and they make the American dream unattainable and it's outdated. No one wants the white picket fence anymore with the family because one, they can't afford a family and they can't afford the house with the white picket fence. You can't afford kids, so there's no point in having kids. We cannot afford kids. Apartments are the same prices as houses. Like, are we serious? And then you finally realize, oh my gosh, I went to school for 4 years and now I'm $60,000 in debt, but I have nothing to show for it. You know how many videos I've came across and they were like, hey, I went to college for 6 years. I got my bachelor's degree, I got my master's degree, and I'm working as an Uber driver, or I'm working as a waitress or a waiter or something like that. I cannot find a job in my field. So interesting that they sold us a bill of lies growing up. They made us believe that we can reach something that was unattainable, but then what they do is they dangle it in front of us and we'll never be able to reach it. But then they wonder why this generation has woken up and we're not having kids. We are not, the kids that are younger right now, they're not planning to go to college. They're planning to start their own businesses or go straight into the workforce, straight into blue collar jobs. No one wants to go to college anymore. The college rates are dropping down. The birth rates are dropping down. No one's starting a family, which means no one's getting married. Marital rates are dropping down. The divorce rates are rising because the number one cause of divorce is finances. And so it's almost like they set us up. They set our generation up for failure. We live in the hardest time to find a job. So if you didn't need to hear it now, do not quit your job because it's going to be very hard to find one. The prices for these stupid broken down cars nowadays, they break down within 5 years, but they want to price them at $60,000 when they really should be $19,000. So the car inflation is crazy. No one wants the white picket fence with the family and the dog and the kids and everyone's going to college. No one wants that anymore because it's not attainable for us anymore. We wanted it growing up because that's what the vision that was given to us, but now it's to the point to where we don't even want it because it's unattainable and it's been made unattainable by you, the US government, the United States. Y'all made it unattainable. And so now we're just going through life. Honestly, y'all know how many comments I see where they say, oh, a meteor's coming to Earth. Hurry up, take us out of this place. This is the first time in my life I've seen the majority of individuals just want the world to end. Normally people have a desire to live. Isn't it crazy that this generation have a desire to die? That's crazy.